Welcome back to part 3 of pronunciation. I'm your host, Keith Brooks. And in this lecture, we're talking about the areas and manners of articulation. This will be the lip and tongue positions again. Phonetic vowels, consonant, aspirated, non-aspirated sounds, stress, and syllabic sounds. Again, these may be on your praxis test. I do know they did ask me one or two on the S sound, the syllabic sounds. So I know these will be on it. Also, when you're teaching, if you have a student that does have problems with pronunciation, you'll know how to fix the problem areas. The manner of articulation shows where the tongue and lip positions are to be able to make a sound. For instance, if you hear a student say shh and s, but they're saying like sheet instead of seat, you know that they're having a problem with the tongue and lip positions. So you need to be able to correct this. And consonants are divided into 6 categories based how the air is released or constricted. Stops, plosive, fricative, affricative, nasal, liquid, and glides, and we'll discuss these in this lecture. A stop is when there's no air and it's completely stopped, then it's forced out to make the sound. So these are p, b, t, d, and g. As you notice, there's actually a full stop of air, then the air is pushed out, and depending on how your lips and tongue positions are, you'll be able to make a different sound. A fricative and affricative is a small opening in the air, and the tongue's pushed towards the bridge of the mouth, and the air is forced through it. These are like the sh sound, and the s sound is unpleasurable. An affricative starts as a plosive and complete block of air and quickly glides into a fricative where the air is through a tight gap. And this would be like the ch or the j sound. Nasal sounds is when the air goes through your nose or nasal cavities like and depending on where your lips and tongue positions are is how you will make the sound. A liquid is a consonant produced when the tongue approaches a point of articulation within the mouth, but does not obstruct and constrict the flow of air. And unlike nasal, the flow of air is not redirected into the nose or nasal cavity. And this would be like the L sound, or the belfry sound, or the R sound in Robert and urgent. These are also rolled words or trills, such as burrito. A glide or semivowel is created when a consonant is produced when the tongue approaches the point of articulation within the mouth, but does not obstruct the flow of air. And this would be the w and whale or chew or j, the long U sound, as in cube and YouTube. There are vowel sounds that do not fit into categories mentioned earlier. The high front vowels, this is when the air passes over part of the tongue up and in front of the mouth, the teeth are almost closed. It would be like E sound. The high back vowels are made when the tongue's moved up towards the palate and towards the back of the throat, and the mouth is narrow for any other vowel, as in Y or U, as in cute or U. The low front vowels are made when the tongue is positioned in the mouth and pushes out towards the lips. Would be the U sound as in you, O as in show, or A as in father. Phonemes are the individual sounds of speech. These sounds are divided into 2 categories, vowels and consonants. The vowel sounds are made when there's no blocking of the vocal tract. Consonant sounds are made when there is some blockage. Teeth, tongue, lips are common sources of this obstruction. Other phonetic features include stress and non-stress syllables. Stress syllables are parts of the word that are said to be with force. Usually this force helps you emphasize the relay meaning. Non-stress syllables are the words that are said with less stress. For examples, incredible, absolutely, fantastic, wonderful. You have aspirated and non-aspirated sounds. The aspirated sounds produce a strong burst of air after a stop, and these are voiceless sounds like stop, pudding, Kellogg's, and Porky. You can actually put your hand to your front of your mouth when you say these words. If you feel the air coming out, it's aspirated. If there's no air coming out, it's non-aspirated. So you can see it if you just put your hand to your mouth, or you can put a candle in front of your mouth and see the wind blowing. Say the word stolen, and you should feel the air coming out. Bowling, and you feel the air out, but you say stolen, no air coming out. The B sound is aspirated. Some phonemes have syllabic or vowel-like when spoken, with less emphasis granted on them when spoken. This is represented by where the N or L sounds are weakly stressed following a stressed syllable. For example, bottle, as a vowel-like consonant in the words. Even though the word has 2 syllables, you do not hear the vowel in the second syllable, which is unstressed. Bottle. Or you could say kitten, button, little, tunnel. So the sounds we speak are classified in several categories. These are broken down into smaller categories. They are distinct in the manner where sounds are produced, and the sounds are made in the mouth, nasal cavities, back, throat. And vowels and consonants are created in different locations. And these are the references if you want to look up and find more about it. And thank you very much.